Hi, and welcome to another episode of Emerald Isle Vacation Home Specialist. I am your host, Dennis Richkovsky. Some of you recognize me as the co-owner of Flip Flops Donuts, and some of you know me as your broker of real estate who specializes in waterfront and waterview properties along the Crystal Coast, especially on boat banks and in my town of Emerald Isle, North Carolina. On this channel, you will find essential information from the inside scoops on buying and selling houses to how to live with the ocean, rivers, and sounds that define the Crystal Coast. Today's episode is all about John T. Capps III and his impact on the people who call Carteret County home. Whether you visit here occasionally or live here full time, knowing about how enthuuuuuusiastic John T. Capps III was about life is a story worth telling. Before I begin, please subscribe to my video channel now or at the end of this episode. Much has been written over the past few days about the recent death of John T. Capps III. The headlines heralded him as a great humanitarian and as a legend in Rotary International. He was both and much more. I met John in January 2019 at a very challenging time in my life. You see, my wife was in Richmond, in a Richmond hospital, recovering from a life-threatening disease. And I was in the throes of relocating my donut shop from a hurricane-ravaged storefront by the pier to its current location on Emerald Drive. John reminded me that each day offers us the opportunity to make choices in our lives. We can spend the day cleaning or spend the day reading, he said. We can go out to dinner or cook at home. We can set our alarm early to go in and make the donuts, or we can sleep in and not open the Flip Flops donut shop that day. We can choose to think positively or choose to think negatively. John taught me that being optimistic is a daily choice we should all make. When John looked at life, he saw the proverbial glass always half full, and he focused on all that could be done with that half-full glass of water. He reminded me that every day was an opportunity to add more to your life and to your community. And he imparted that wisdom on me every time I saw him at Leadership Carteret 2019, and every time he visited my Flip Flops donut shop in Emerald Isle. Carteret County will miss John's enthusiasm, and so will I. As I think about John at this time, I am looking at the business card he gave me. The card lists 3 occupations under his name. The first is bald, funny guy. John began losing his hair, he tells me, as a student at then Campbell College, now university. Invited to apply for a position at a major bank, John had an awesome interview, or so he thought. Just before returning home, he was told that the bank was marketing itself to young people and looking for someone who had hair. With baldness being associated with older and a more mature crowd, John wasn't getting the job. As John put it to me, it's more important what's in the head than what's on top of it. So John called his father and a couple of his mother's brothers who were bald and said, "Hey, let's be proud of every hair we don't have." And with that, John started Bald-Headed Men of America. Founded in 1973, BHMA is an organization for men and women everywhere who understand that baldness is beautiful. The New York Times said the essence of BHMA is humor, tempered by a healthy dose of self-acceptance. The second occupation listed on John's business card is author. John wrote How to Survive Your Year as a Leader, a book of true stories and conversations that will help you in your journey to create a life that's prosperous, balanced, and full of joy and laughter. John wanted to make headway in life, and he wanted to show you how you could too. The third occupation under John's name on his business card is enthuuuuuusiastic speaker. And every time I heard John speak, he focused his message on three guiding principles: making headway, committing to service, and promoting enthusiasm, or as John always put it, enthuuuuuusiasm. I am thankful for being able to count John as a friend, and I am going to miss him. No task, apparently, was ever too small for John's attention. For example, there is the time when John and friends collected old bicycles that they repaired for individuals, mostly homeless, who were facing life's challenges and needing some form, any form, of transportation. This story exemplifies John's ability to meet people wherever they were in life and extending a helpful hand without ever judging them or ever thinking that he was doing anything special. On a larger scale, there was the time John decided to organize a welcome home celebration for Marines returning from war-torn Lebanon in 1983. Working with less than a 3-week window, John set out to do what most of his friends thought was an impossible mission. But impossible was a word that wasn't in John's vocabulary, and when the returning Marines arrived at the Morehead City State Port, thousands of well-wishers and welcome banners lined the roadway from the state port all the way to the convoy's final destination in Jacksonville. And speaking of large scale, natural disasters were like a magnet for John's enthuuuuusm. He didn't think twice about raising aid or providing direct assistance if he saw the opportunity. And that's why rebuilding communities in Carteret County, devastated by Hurricanes Floyd and Florence, occurred more quickly under his watch. Carteret County is richer for having had John T. Capps III in our midst, as am I. Both can honor his commitment to the Crystal Coast by going about our day and showing our neighbors support, empathy, gratitude, inspiration, and most importantly, enthuuuuusm every chance we get. To learn more about how you can follow in John's footsteps, subscribe to my newsletter by texting your email address to 919-308-2292, or sign up for my blog on my website, www.eihomesforsale.com, and subscribe to Emerald Isle Vacation Specialist on YouTube at the end of this video. Stay well and stay safe, and be enthuuuuusiastic. And come on down, please subscribe to my channel below, and definitely return next week to the same bat channel at the same bat time of 9 a.m. on Thursday for another episode of Emerald Isle Vacation Home Specialist.